I was asked after doing the last video, what's the workflow like? Can you map that out? So I initially drew this first diagram up here and just showing the workflow going from dimension into bridge to sage, and then going from navus to bridge to sage. But the more I thought about it, I think this next diagram is a better representation of how I think it works. So we've got the 2D documents going into bridge, and we have the BIM stuff all going into bridge, then into sage. But when you actually do the takeoff, it feels more like I'm taking the dimensions right from dimension and entering it into like Sage's assembly takeoff or item takeoff. The same thing with Navisworks, that I'm taking the quantities from the model and dropping them right into Sage's assembly or item takeoff. Now it's really going into bridge, but the feel of it from the workflow is a lot more like that rather than some middleware type of application. Just refreshing your memory, if we come back here, we got the Navisworks model, and we can come here and I can just use the drag and drop, take that over, drop it into the assembly or the item that I want it to go to. The Sage variables then appear here. The model appears right here in this area. Then I map them across however I want. Now, one thing to note here is that mapping persists throughout future takeoffs. So if I'm taking off another floor that's similar, that will automatically map the area to the square feet of slab on metal deck field and whatever other mappings that I've done. So that is just another update on how this all works to help you better understand. One other thing that I've created that may help is if you go onto the web, search Kevin Miller BYU, that'll take you just to this lovely web page. But if you click on the CM411 Pre-Construction Services class, that'll actually open up OneNote, and in OneNote I've got some tutorials on how to use the software if you'd like to learn a little bit more. It's just there for whoever would like to see it. When you come in, open up the notebooks and go to the tutorials tab. On the tutorials tab then you'll see that I've got a Sage tutorial there, a dimension tutorial, using dimension to Sage and Navis to Sage. So there's some online resources there. If they're helpful, you can just click on these and see my take on how to do takeoffs, getting all the information to Sage from your efforts. Anyway, hope this helps. Thanks. Bye.